என்ன என்ன fine. இந்த போடே இல்லாத அதுக்குள்ள போடே இல்லாத fine. It's irritating. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit? Hello?
Hi, we understand that things are a little expensive right now. That's why we're excited to announce our new business venture, White Boy Demolition. If there's one thing white boys hate more than their stepdads, it's drywall. And we're able to keep costs way down because we don't have to spend money on any equipment. Just one white monster a day and pure unfiltered rage. Scientists have recently discovered that there is a neurological reaction to white boys seeing drywall, akin to the adrenaline mothers get when lifting a car off a young child. Every white boy we hire goes through a vigorous 2-year training system. We ensure that they get as little vitamin D as possible and replace the sun with a computer screen. But make sure that there's a woman on the other team that's better at the game than them. Die, die, die! I f***ing hate it. At any given moment, we like to flick off the Wi-Fi for at least 2 hours. This really helps build the rage and gives you a better result.
No! What? No, come on! Great!
We get them aggressively addicted to vaping and then out of nowhere, cut off their supply. You wouldn't believe how effective that is for our white boys. Our white boys are incredibly professional. From the moment they leave the van to when they're punching through drywall, they've only got one thing on their mind, and that's, why doesn't my dad love me? Now I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have drywall to demolish? Well, we actually have a premium service where they're able to punch through concrete. So if you have a building that needs to be demolished or you have a white boy that you need to get out of the house, contact us at 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞. And for a limited time, we're also offering our divorcee removal service.
Take your thing!
When they come to your house, everything's going out the window, even the couch.
I'm better off without you!
Hi, We understand that things are a little expensive right now. That's why we're excited to announce our new business venture, White Boy Demolition. If there's one thing white boys hate more than their stepdad, it's drywall. And we're able to keep costs way down because we don't have to spend money on any equipment. Just one white monster a day and pure unfiltered rage.
Fuck. Dickhead.
Never use display capture to capture your games if you can avoid it. Only ever use game capture. If you capture games using display capture, it can result in noticeable frame drops in your streams and gameplay recordings. Never use display capture to capture your games if you can
How
avoid it.
fucking annoying. Oh, this guy. Always good. Why do I look horrible?
I'm done.
You finished it?
All of it. Ask me which birds are kosher.
How about which birds are kosher?
Chickens? Yes. Quail? Yes. Owls?
Surprisingly, no. I don't know what owls aren't kosher. What about
Do you want to record your screen like this for free? In this video, I'll show you how to use OBS Studio step by step, even if you've never used it before. Hi everyone, I'm Kevin, and let's dive in. To get OBS, head to the official website right here and you'll find a link at the bottom of the screen. So, what exactly is OBS Studio? OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software, and it's a completely free open
No
source
offense,
tool
but the guy
that
looks
lets you
like a
record
rape.
your screen or live stream to platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and more. It's perfect for recording tutorials, gaming, or even Zoom and Microsoft Teams meetings. It works on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and here's the best part. There are no watermarks, no recording limits, and no subscriptions. You get full professional level control entirely for free. Choose your operating system and then run through the install process. Once you finish installing and launch the app, you'll land here in the main interface. The first time you open
in the என்னது Effing annoying. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Right. Okay. Check.
You'll see a setup wizard pop-up. OBS calls this the auto configuration wizard, and it's great if you want to get started quickly without diving into some of the more advanced settings. Now, right here, choose whether you're focused on recording or streaming. For this video, I'll select Optimize just for recording. Now, keep in mind, you can always change this later on. Once you make your selection, down below, let's click on Next. Next, OBS will ask what size your screen should be inside the app. This is what they call the base canvas resolution.
Listen, you fucking cunt. Find some other hobby to do, or fuck off somewhere else and fuck someone else up. If I ever catch you, I will kill you. I may not look like it, but I am a formidable threat to your fucking kind, so I suggest you stop pissing me off, you fucking scumbag. Stupid turd.
Look at it like drawing on paper. It's how big your paper is. Usually, it's the same size as your computer screen. If you're not sure, just leave it how it is. I'm picking display 2. And don't worry, this isn't what your final video will look like. We'll set that part up a little bit later. Underneath that, we have something called FPS. That's how many frames per second your recording will capture. Basically, how smooth your video looks. I recommend choosing either 60 or 30, but prefer 60 when possible. If you're recording something fast-moving, like gameplay or animations, 60 FPS will look much smoother. For basic tutorials or static screens, 30 FPS is usually fine and uses fewer resources. Once you make your selections, click on Next. After that, OBS runs a quick test and applies some recommended settings. Right here, you'll see a summary screen showing the encoder, the recording quality, the base and output resolutions, and FPS. If everything looks good, just click Apply Settings to continue. You can always tweak these later in the settings menu if needed, and we'll look at how you can do that later on. Once that's done, you'll see the main OBS interface. And I know it might look a little bit intimidating, but I'll guide you through it all step by step. And if you ever want to revisit the auto configuration wizard, you can find it by going to the top menu and clicking Tools. Right here, you'll see Auto Configuration Wizard. To record your screen, you'll first need to create what's called a scene. Think of a scene as different layouts or setups. Right here, you'll see that we already have a scene. You can right-click on the name.
Unlimited energy was used is simple. You pay the same each month and use as much energy as you need. The amount you use won't affect your bills, a bit like
Or you could press the F2 key and then you can give it a new name. I'm going to call mine screen recording. Next, we need to add a source to that scene. A source is what OBS will actually capture. Let's click on the plus icon under sources. Notice that there are lots of options here. We have things like audio, gameplay, a video capture device, or basically what you could think of as a webcam, a specific window on your computer, and more. OBS can capture almost anything on your computer, but for now, we'll stick with display capture since it's the simplest and also the most reliable way to grab your entire screen. I'll stick with the default name. OBS will now ask you which display you want to record if you happen to have more than one monitor. Now click on this dropdown, and I want to record this display right here. I'll select that. Now, you might notice that we get this infinite mirror effect. It's kind of like a screen within a screen that just keeps repeating. To have more than one monitor and more. OBS can capture almost anything on your computer, but for now, we'll stick with display capture since it's the simplest and also the most reliable way to grab your entire screen. I'll stick with the default name. OBS will now ask you which display you want to record if you happen to have more than one monitor. Now click on this dropdown, and I want to record this display right here. I'll select that. Now, you might notice that we get this infinite mirror effect. It's kind of like a screen within a screen that just keeps repeating. To avoid this, it's best to capture your second monitor if you have one. Put OBS on
Okay, so I have to do this.
audio, gameplay, a video capture device, or basically what you could think of as a webcam, a specific window on your computer, and more. OBS can capture almost anything on your computer, but for now, we'll stick with display capture since it's the simplest and also the most reliable way to grab your entire screen. I'll stick with the default name. OBS will now ask you which display you want to record if you happen to have more than one monitor. Now click on this dropdown, and I want to record this display right here. I'll select that. Now, you might notice that we get this infinite mirror effect. It's kind of like a screen within a screen that just keeps repeating. To avoid this, it's best to capture your second monitor if you have one. Put OBS on one monitor and then capture your second monitor, or simply minimize OBS once you start the recording. I'll make sure to capture my cursor. That way I get all of my different mouse movements. Once you make your selections, down below, let's click on OK. Once it's added, you'll see your full screen appear in the preview window. Now, you can click on it to drag it and reposition it, or over here, you can click on the edges, and you can also resize it. But by default, it should already fill the full screen, so there's nothing else you should have to do. If you want to record your voice while capturing your screen, you'll need to add a microphone. To do that, let's once again go down to the Sources box and then click on the plus icon.